I've done a lot of construction here behind the snow team, but nothing here is so dangerous that, can protect myself, right? And that's why right here I want to create the most dangerous zone on the server. And it's not just going to be a construction, because I'm going to test 4 ways of making a dangerous base. And by the end of the project, you'll know what they are. But first, I started by defining what would be in this area. So I used 2 ends of the mountain and created this division. And now all of this blue circle here will have to become toxic. There's nothing better for a danger zone than something radioactive. This will serve as a dam so as not to contaminate the whole ocean. And since the demarcation is ready, all that's left is to increase the height here. To give it a contrast, I'm going to put this stone here. The dark stone, which will make our dam look even cooler. Look how this dam is turning out. It's really cool. And I wanted to say that it's over if it wasn't for that. And this dam, which has nothing at the bottom, bro, I have to fill in here too. Fortunately, my helmet breathes so we can stay calm. Looking at it from another angle, it's incredible. But now we come to the difficult part, which is getting all this water out of here. And to make it a little faster, I'm going to use sponge. I made a wall of water here just to be sure. If I put a sponge on it, wow. So the idea is that I climb several of these walls here from the bottom of the ocean to the surface and rub them with a sponge so that we can dry them quickly. I hope so. First row of sand, look at that. This first row is drying quickly. Well, the first row was very easy, and I hope the others are too, because fortunately this ocean isn't that deep. But even though it wasn't so deep, it was still a lot of work to make these dividers. That's why I made a machine that adds sand by itself. Oh God, it worked! This machine is very good, and after using all the sponges, I just had to take everything to the bottom. Now we just have to keep drying this ocean. We can consider this project 40% complete. This part is completely dry, and there's another part back here that's also completely dry. There's no more water here either. Now these other sides that we have, I don't know. There's a lot of water to get out, man. It's a lot. It's like those pools. It's exactly the same. It took more than 6 hours to dry the pool. And look at how this project looked before and how it looks now. What a beautiful thing. I can't say it's beautiful, can I? What can be done to improve it? I'm going to start by replacing all of this with basalt. I'm not going to leave it as gravel, earth, or sand. But why am I going to put basalt? Because basically this is going to be a dangerous zone completely full of radiation. Everything here that was water is going to become radiation. So there's no point in having sand or grass. The ground has to be contaminated, and I like the texture of basalt. It'll match a lot. And the best thing is that here in the Nether, they've already made a farm with that block. Let's get close, get the rod effect, and just mine. All beautiful. Come on. I don't think I've even explained why I'm creating a completely dangerous zone, have I? The idea of this zone is that it should only be used in emergencies. It will have maximum security, and only I will know the strategic places that will not kill me in this zone. Yes, this zone is only to protect me and no one else. And the reason for that is because in Creative Squad 3, I got into fights with almost everyone. So the more places I can hide, the better for me. Finally! Now here's the thing. I want to make a gradient using green and lime green. Green, lime, green, green. Wow! It's going to turn into this beautiful gradient. It may not seem like it, but it took me an hour to do it. This gradient is a bit hard to make, but it looks great. Look at this, bro. It looks like water, only with the texture changed to green. From afar, it looks even better. But to fill that whole ocean, I'm going to need a lot of glass. So I went to the end portal and created this infinite sand farm. This farm was already on the server, but Fix went there and broke the farm. He's denying the farm to the friends of this farm. But anyway, now we had our own sand farm, and you shouldn't even be listening to the noise, because this is it, my friend. Look at the noise! Now what I need to do is wait for enough sand to be generated after going to the end and collecting the sands. But once I have the sands I need, how do I heat them up? I have the idea of creating not just one, but several nuclear reactors right over there. But what does a nuclear reactor have to do with heating the sands? Because the idea is to turn this nuclear reactor into an industrial furnace. And since it's not going to be just one reactor, I want to do some farms in the others. The nuclear reactor is taking shape, and in here, look at the space. There's a lot of space, and I'm going to start by replacing the entire floor with stone bricks. Now I'm going to make a gigantic industrial furnace. I'm going to make an industrial furnace facing this way, one facing this way, and one facing this way. I think I'll need a bit more furnace, but at least I won't be able to complain that it's not efficient. I'm making this farm here to get this idea completely out of my head, bro. Whether it works or not, we'll find out now. Now the farm is 100% finished and I've taken the opportunity to decorate it. Check it out. We have lighting here and there's also an air vent where we put coal which has run out. But luckily I put it on the other side to heat algae. Because using it, I can use it to make the block of dried seaweed that serves as fuel. And then the trolley will pass by, pick up a quantity, and then everything will come here. Look at this. There's glass here, there's algae here, and I haven't put anything in here yet. But this can't be left open. So, bro, let me take another look here. Yeah, it's much better now, but there's still one detail missing, and that's for it to start smoking. So I'm gonna need some wood to build a fire. Let me see if this is going to work first before we put it all together. I'm going to struggle a bit here now, but it'll be worth it later. Oh my god, man, I almost died for a fire, bro. Let's see. Yeah, you can't see that much, but it's nice. Now that you can heat up all the sands faster, all that's left is the green dye. What's that? Is there anything good in it? That's garbage to me. I already have space to build the second and third reactors, and we're going to focus on this one. Because in this one, we're going to have to make a cactus farm. And it's very simple, you can see. We just use a lighting block, sand and cacti, and a few fences too. As it's just a square, I can expand several layers and so on. So I'm just going to separate its width here so I can get a feel for it. This hole here is the center of the reactor, so I want the items to end up right here. Then inside this rectangle I've made, I want to place the cactus farms on top of it. Let me pull out the rows of mushrooms. Break here, sand up here. The main thing now are the cacti, and now the fence to farm the cacti. That's it. Now we just have to repeat this process 1, 2, 3 more times. And now that I have 4 layers of this farm, I can just come here and put water in so we can make a collection place. And we also have to fill this nuclear reactor. We can't leave it open like this. I now have 2 reactors with farms inside, but there's still this hole to fill. At least we'll never run out of glass again. I've got plenty, but we're missing the lime green here too, right? I'm going to start with this first layer here because it starts with green glass, then it goes to lime green, green, lime green. And before I fill everything with all the glass chambers, I want to do this one because there's a construction I want to do. Okay, I've already done most of it and it's really good, but before I go any further, I've got a really good idea and I'm going to do it before I forget. Right here in this little place, I want to make a fossil. But why a fossil? To show the power of radiation, as if some animal got in there and then, well, died. Now we have a fossil, and let me see what it's going to look like here. How cool. Oh my god, that's crazy. I just don't know what it's going to look like after I put glass over it. But the fossil is really cool, and I see a little problem down here. As there are only 4 glass chambers, the whole bottom part is completely dark. So when it gets dark, this place is going to spawn a lot of mobs. What I had in coal, now I'm going to use it all in torches, bro. So we can light up the whole place. And now that it's getting dark, it's even better and easier. And after cutting all the mob spawns, it's time to finish this part. Now, bro, this radiation has completely changed the look of this place. It's much prettier, and there were only 2 nuclear reactors, but I made the 3rd one, which I'm planning to put a little surprise in there. But before that surprise, we still have to make this base dangerous. And we're gonna use some buckets to do that now. To leave that dangerous place, I'll need to go to that coral biome now and find pufferfish. I need them now, and I've already found the little bastard who's right here. Look at him. Oh man, don't attack me. I've come in peace. Damn, I caught the first pufferfish, and here's another one too. Okay, I've already got 2, but now I need to fill all these buckets with pufferfish. Now I have a lot of pufferfish to start spreading a lot of radiation, and the place I want to do that is here on these edges. For example, let's take here and put a pufferfish. Oh man, I've already taken some damage, and then we'll take it here and try to lay the carpet as soon as it comes down. Let me get away from this little rascal. Okay, and now we'll aim here at the carpet until we get it. Damn, I put it in the wrong place. Oh man, if I die to a pufferfish, I'm retiring from Minecraft. I did it. Okay, now when I get close to a pufferfish, I'll take potion damage on the spot. In some parts, we'll end up being able to see them, but we'll be able to catch them and turn the situation around. Okay, now you can't see them anymore. I'll pass by. Man, this part here is full of pufferfish. Then I'll try to walk over and see, but wait a minute. I'm forgetting just one detail. These pufferfish have no name, and so they end up spawning. I'm so stupid. Seriously, man, I want to hear it from you. If you thought Arden was the strongest mob in Minecraft, you're wrong. It's this bastard here. Look how he left my armor, man. I had it in one piece and he left almost half of it. And you think that's the end of it? Of course not. I'm here in Taiga Bay because I need to find some very dangerous fruits, which are the sweet berries. I'm gonna need a lot of these little fruits here because when we step on them, look at the damage it does, man. If I stand still, nothing happens, but as soon as I walk on it, oh, it does a lot of damage, bro. So I'm gonna use it to ward off invaders coming overland, right, bro? If it flies away, you might get through, but if you step on the ground, you'll be beaten by the pufferfish and these little fruits here. And as well as the sweet berries, I'm also going to take advantage of the fact that I'm going to take my shovel and take a lot of intensity here. Podzol, I'm going to pick a lot of Podzol because I think its color is so cool. So I think it will match our radioactive zone. There's this part of the forest here that I want to take and contaminate everything, so I'm going to replace the grass blocks with Podzol because it looks like rotten earth, so I think it will match. After the Podzol, we'll come here and put some sweet berries and that'll be fine. And I was also seeing that we can do MLG on these sweet berries too, right, bro? Check it out. Just for fun, let me test something here now, bro. Oh! I really did it. Pufferfish, sweet berries finished. And now it's time to use the potions. The radiation part is protected. Back there too with sweet berries. We're still going to expand when I harvest this here. But these mountains here have to be dangerous too, right? And no, it's not you. I'm gonna make a system using the skulk. Basically, I'm gonna put a skulk here, a redstone, and an ejector right here, and it will serve as a motion security system. In the event that this sensor here, Skulk, realizes that someone has moved nearby, this ejector will activate, and inside it there will be these poison potions. They do this. They'll create various particles that when you step on them, you'll be contaminated and you'll come out right into the pufferfish. But the potion, unlike the pufferfish, stays for much longer, so it's pretty dangerous too, and it was very easy to spread these traps all over the mountain. But now, before the final surprise, there's another detail I forgot. Every radioactive zone always has a sign showing that it is radioactive, and ours is going to be this one. Of course, this is just a skeleton, right? I need to paint it black first. Well, that's much better, isn't it? It looks different now. Only the yellow color is still missing here. Hey, get out of here! As I was saying, the yellow circus is still missing, right? What's up, pufferfish? Now this radioactive sign is perfect, and I've made a border around it too. I'll add a few more details like some trees killed by radiation. And finally, it's time for our surprise, and our surprise is called Arden. To get Arden there, I'll only need these items. And anyone who doubts it will see now. I first need to isolate everything here, starting with the guy who summons Arden, right? And these skulk sensors here too, which are all going to get in my way. Using just one elevator, I'll be able to get Arden up there and I'll have peace of mind, bro. I'm not taking any chances. I just need to get there first. Come here, right? Make a place for me to stay safe and sound. Everything is almost ready. Just make an access corridor to Arden. Let's get this elevator working now, shall we? And look at that, bro. This takes me to the Snow Team's mountain. If I'm not careful, I'll end up filling this whole place with Arden, bro. By putting these waters here, everything's fine. All I need to do now is go down and add some algae. Now just grow this algae here, everything, and our elevator will work perfectly. My friends, it's time to take Arden to the radioactive zone. Just stay up here and one day he'll spawn. And he spawned! Alright, he's here by my side. I need to lure him out somehow, so I'll do it with an arrow. Shoot an arrow over there. It's here. I think he's already in the corridor. If I shoot an arrow at him, I think he'll come. Into the corridor. Check it out. He's coming. He's gone. Let's see. Oops, he's already there. And he's really come. Look at the way he's come, like a machine. Now it's going to take 1,000,000 years for us to reach the radioactive zone, but one day we'll get there. Come on up, Arden. Come on. Come on. He's really came. Go on, get in there, Hole. He's in, guys. Wow, I got away. Oh my god. And what happens in there now is that I basically made a machine that will distract Arden. He just needs to stop getting mad at me so I stay away from him. Now, our radioactive zone has radiation and every kind of protection possible, including Arden. Project 100% complete.